toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Sometimes when that other punt returner starts having a lot of success, I ain't kicking it to you. I'm going to kick that thing really high in the air and make sure you call a fair catch, or I'm going to put it near the sidelines and make sure that thing goes out of bounds. So that kind of stuff.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He makes a grab. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The give out of the gun. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense will try to get something. with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds and no gain on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough and they stop him at the 31-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're testing the right side here. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown.
Arizona State, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now the play fake. Rush is on him. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Bring in the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
And the Mountaineers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it, using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together. Drive. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Trying play action. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. There he goes. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Grabs it in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Completes it in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snares it outside. It's Hunt.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. They're just, you could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
West Virginia.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
A strike downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Looking to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Mountaineers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Under fire. Touchdown, West Virginia. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Fires to the big foul. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Sun Devils have a lot of options on second and inches. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
And the Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll run play action. It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Sun Devils line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Complete to start this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got it on the outside. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Cush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. they're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down.
42 Spider.
Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Gonna look downfield again. Pulls it in. It's Perkins. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the Sun Devils have their offense in high gear.
Get set.
Goes to the option. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Here we go.
Give to the back. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Let's go.
They'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
Putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. He leaves it with his back. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They go to the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Alexander. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Mountaineers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Arizona. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Out of the gun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. This time it's complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. The Mountaineers are on the move.
Green 25.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Lefevre. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. To the air on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Myers on the move. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give to the tailback. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got enough space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll try the run, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. Brings into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time he's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. 3rd down play from the gun. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Snagged in the middle. It's Alexander. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
42.
Looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Kramer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
He's got it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Good enough for first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College.